To become a mukbanger. That one's going to be big. Probably already is big. Food methods on my channel are always really big. A lot of people were really hungry. Taco rack. Make them better. Joe Biden at the taco rack. It takes 4 quarters to determine recession. Come on, man. Executive order. The taco rack. It looks like just any normal American could go in there and get some good looking tacos. Good enough for Donald and good enough for Joe Biden. They should be good enough for you too. At the taco rack. If you want better than Joe Biden and better than Donald, I don't know if you should be living in America. Even Elon Musk might buy something from the taco rack. It looks like they also sell the world's finest stainless steel taco cookware and servers. Of course, made in America. I've never seen these before. You individually see this is next. I'm just getting off of the El Paso taco boxes or whatever, whereas this one is a little higher up for your taco eating. The world's finest at that, coming out of the United States. You're able to, oh, it looks like you could even bake your taco shells and whatnot with this device utensil that they have for sale here at the taco rack by the American taco. Well, that's right. Tacos do come from originally. Originally, they come from the United States over by Texas, right? With the Mexican border, I believe. They had started to eat tacos. It actually gets very historical with the taco. It was a food that was eaten by the U.S. Army and also the Mexican military or militia or whatever it was. And at the Rio Grande and around the Rio Grande and other areas in the what they would call the Texan or Texaco areas, and they used to eat these tacos. It was and people still do. That's funny because it goes way back, but little has changed because people still very much love, and there's nothing better than the traditional taco that, like I said, believe it or not, it came from Texas and Mexico. They created the taco. It might have originally came from Mexico, But much like the burrito and many other things, Texas took it, and that's where it was introduced to the United States, and all the way around and all the way up and all the way down and all the way over there and all the way across our wonderful, beautiful oceans and all that we have many places. And it's gone even beyond there, the American. That's just where it was originally made. But all the way up here in Canada, I can get the American taco. You can make the American taco, but the recipe originally came from America and North America. Mexico, believe it or not, is in North America. Same with Canada. We're both American. We're all American, not both of us, all three of us. Cinco de Mayo, that's not number 3, is it? Cinco. Uno, dos, tres, cinco. It's uno, dos, tres, cinco. Cinco is 4. Tres is 3. I got to go down to Florida and meet real Mexican people from Mexico that taught me this story that you got to learn on this video about the American taco. Yeah, believe it or not, not everybody's from the United States of America. They don't know where the whole story about where the taco comes from. They aren't Chris Rock. They're not Chris Rock. They're not his family. They're not Will Smith either. And they're not me. So we have to teach people somehow, because everybody is as free as an American. That's how I always was, that everybody in the world deserves to enjoy the American taco or whatever. And there's many different variations on how people enjoy their tacos. And then there's even other um, types of tacos. Like they have the Canadian taco. I think it's called Bannock or something like that. And there's many different Toms. Tom McDonald, and he works with Canada too. He works with that Mad Child, and he's from Canada, but he's American. I think this Tom McDonald's American.
Your generation is so offended that the truth and the facts don't support whatever outlandish bull is floating around in your imagination that you've started labeling everything that you don't agree with as misinformation. My generation has 2 genders. Your generation has 89,347 and counting. My generation judges people on whether or not they're an asshole. Your generation judges people on race, weight, religion, sex, gender.
I don't know, but he wasn't talking about tacos. That's my main thing, is the tacos. But guess what? My name is Tom too. Yeah, Staxy Millie's real name is Tom. And then there's that Tom McDonald, and he blew up, and I like that Tom McDonald. But my favorite's Mad Child. But Mad Child's name isn't Tom. Mad Child, his name, if you don't know him, the Mad Child, his name is Shane or whatever. And Shane was the original famous guy here in Canada. And he could probably tell you about the Canadian tacos or whatever. We have them in Canada. They made some variation of the taco. We have Taco Bell. They have the tacos that you want to eat, the normal ones. But then if you want to have something special out of Canada, they have this special Canadian taco. It's called the Bannock taco, Canadian taco or whatever. It's really good too. Especially if you ever had a normal taco and then you want to have this one. What's different about this one? Oh, the Canadian taco. What could be different about it? Well, what's different about the Canadian taco is you won't be able to find this anywhere. It's a special fried bread. And that one doesn't do it justice, but some of them, you got to find them. They're usually at the fair over in Calgary, Alberta, the Calgary Stampede and whatnot. And then there's some restaurants and little places that do it and all that, but they fry the bread instead of like a taco shell. It's a soft fried bread with the beef, the cheese, the sour cream, and the salsa and all that. Okay. I had to call up the embassy and when I was down in the United States and I said, I had the normal tacos. You got to get me back to Canada. It's a whole nother battlefield. It's a whole nother, not a battlefield, because we had Bannock too. Bannock. It's the fried bread taco, Canadian taco. So they have that, but like I said, we have lots of places in Canada like the Taco Bell and the normal tacos too. But that is a thing. If you didn't know, I thought I would tell you about the ban. But nothing beats this gosh dang Taco Bell, home of the Mountain Dew, the Baja Blast, Value Box. Yeah, they did say that. I believe they did. The government said that Staxamilly was like the next Donald Trump. And I know Donald's on everything, but Donald loves Taco Bell too. Not just you. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, they love Taco Bell as well. What person doesn't love Taco Bell? If you let us know, they might come up with a recipe for you. But sometimes we're not all in the mood for Taco Bell. That's why we got KFC, we got Wendy's, and we got Kim Jong Un as well. That was always a thing when you met somebody from a far area. Maybe you go out for fast food together. But Donald didn't go out for fast food with Kim. But I'll tell you what, I'll go out for fast food with him, but you don't have to. Because I'm sure Kim's had lots of fast food as well. He lives right next to China. He could fly up he could have somebody bring him down some food from China if he wanted it. He could have it because that's the way we do it. It's like, hey, let me order some McDonald's or let me order some this and bring it out to my country. And maybe even I'll put some in the fridge or something like that. Does Kim Jong Un do that? Maybe. I think he does. That's a secret nobody knows. They think that he doesn't, but yeah, he loves the things that everybody loves too. Pizza? Kim Jong Un eating pizza. You know, he's not a mukbanger. A lot of people are mukbangers. You see them eating, but Kim Jong Un, he's up to more important business. So he doesn't really, it's not very respectable to watch him eat because he's got very important things on his mind that he thinks about. So all you can see is this video. And did you know that Kim Jong Un, he not only, but because the most important thing, Kim feeds a lot of other people the foods. So it's not all about Kim eating. That's what he wants to make his country, his money and the country's money. It's not all about Kim eating, because if you say Kim stuffed his face, then that would be disrespectful. So because I don't know how to explain it. Kim Jong Un, he's way higher up. He's helping other women and children and all that. He even Kim Jong Un feeds stacks of millie. Well, not Kim Jong Un, but somebody like a Kim Jong Un, like Justin Trudeau and Joe Biden and the Donald Trump and the Yi and the Putin and all these people, even all the way up to Big Stacks of Millie, the big guy. Even Donald Trump has people help him eat. Even the biggest man, believe it or not, even my father's had assistants. Not he didn't have to ask for it, but somebody said, "Hey, I got a Thanksgiving turkey. We just shot it or whatever, and here it is. If you want it, you can have it." And all that. And that's not a bad, it's not anything to be ashamed of, because it's how it works all the way up. Some people get the fast food given to them from family members. Some people get a turkey. Um, even Justin Trudeau had a father, and Joe Biden had a dad, and now Joe Biden, with and all that. But that's how it works. And there's a lot of different references, but a turkey, they walk around with their chests all puffed out. So a time for Thanksgiving, even to be a man, can be a time for Thanksgiving. Not only do we all love turkey, but it's about how we act when we do get our turkeys, and how people are so gracious. The thanks to giving of not only yourself if you can, but others, and people that want to give or do not really want to give, but they still do. And the glorious thing is that in many communities, it's not even a decision of whether they're going to give or not. People do know that generally there is takings and there is offerings, and there's two sides to it. There's people that are taking and there's people that are thanking. But then there's also the glorious, wonderful people that are offering, right, to the people's taking, and that's the thanks. So make sure that not only do you do your takings, but you also do your thankings. But at the same gracious note, we also hope that the ones that are doing their giving, they also understand that it takes time for some people to process their Thanksgiving. There's people's first Thanksgivings, their last Thanksgivings. It's just another Thanksgiving. There's so many different Thanksgivings. Happy Thanksgiving from me, Stacks and Millie, and I'm sure anybody else that you come across, they'll offer you and gift you with their happy attitudes with the Thanksgiving.